Y'all, I just have to tell you what happened to me, okay? I've been working in the yard this morning. It's dry as everything out there. So I went outside and I've got to go on a little trip tomorrow just for a little bit. And I thought, well, let me get the thing that holds y'all. I'm going to cut my grass. That's what I'm going to do because it's got to be cut. So I'll just cut my grass. I cut. And I cut and I cut, and then my lawnmower started quitting on me. And I'm thinking, what in the world now? So I looked at both of the tanks on the side of my big lawnmower. I got a zero turn. Well, it was out. I didn't have it. Well, it was diesel. It's a diesel, and I didn't have any. So I went down there to the shop, to my little shop. Y'all see how dirty I am? To get a gas can thing with a little spout to go to my big tank that holds my diesel, and you crank it like this, and I was going to fill that container up and go put it in my lawnmower, which was across the street. I had to just leave it over there and walk over and then do all this stuff. And so I started pumping. Well, I pumped and I pumped and I pumped and got a half of a little container full of diesel, because my whole tank was out. So I went back over there and I put, with the truck, I put what I did have, probably a gallon, maybe two, in the tank, just enough to get it home where I could put it under the shed. And y'all listen, I've had a terrible morning. In the meantime, my gas tank has that nozzle that goes out like this. So that little thing that you put at the end of the nozzle to keep your diesel or gas or whatever you got clean, I lost it down there at the shop. I don't know where it went or anything. So I started looking around like that to try to find me something I could just put over the top of that to keep bugs and stuff out. Sometimes wasps will build a wasp nest in there. So I saw this little old bottle over there, and I thought, well, I'll just use it. It was real nasty and everything. So I stuck this finger right here down in it to kind of do around to clean out any dirt, and I do like that, and whatever. My finger, my finger got stuck in this bottle. I mean, it was stuck. I would show you, but I'm not going to. Anyway, I pulled and I pulled and I pulled. I couldn't get it off. So I went to my truck and I got my hammer, and I thought, well, I'm going to get it off. I have to bang my finger over here on the chopping block and get my finger out of this bottle. So anyway, I came in here and washed my hands good. What did I wash them with? You know what I washed them with. My Amish bar soap that sits right there on my counter. Well, let me say this. I washed real good. I thought, well, if I rinse with cold water, maybe my finger will shrink and I can pull it out of here. So I got under here and I washed real good with my Amish farm soap. I pulled my finger out and I saved the bottle and I saved my finger. And so then I said, I love this bottle and it's going to bring some memories to me. Every day little things happen that are unusual. Well, we can make good memories out of it. So y'all know how I collect little tiny colored bottles, the little ones. Well, whoops, something's biting my leg. Wait a minute, let me see what that is. Something is biting me now. This is the story of my life today. I don't know what it was. Anyway, here's my bottle bowl right here. Right here it is. Let's see if you can see it. Let me take you off of this thing and I'll show you a lot better. Just give me a second. Give me a second. Have y'all got a second? Have I got a second? We all got a second, haven't we? Let me turn you around. Okay, this will be better because I can hold you in my hand right now. Something else is, here's my bottles, okay? Let's see. This is the one I just put in there. Where's the one I just put in there? The green. Here it is. It fell out. Here's my little green one. And I've got all kinds. I've got little blue jars like that. Isn't that one cute? This is kind of had a stopper. This is some of that old, y'all remember that Evening in Paris? That's one of those little bottles. This bottle right here is real special because This is George's cologne right here. And it just happened to be blue. So here's his cologne. And he'd wear it just for me. Now, I saved it for memory's sake. Sometimes you can put it up to your nose and get just a little bit of a whiff. But I loved it, honey, and he knew I did. But anyway, I've got a lot of bottles. And one of them in here, I've got several that's called poison bottles. If I could find it, I'd show it to you. That's not it. Oh, let's see if this is it. No. But anyway, the poison bottles are something I really like too. That's not it. But here they are. I don't know what came in this little bitty one right here. Probably fingernail polish, or it didn't have a screw on top. It might have been a fingernail polish remover. What does that say? I can't even read it. Let me turn it around this way. SL, I don't know. I'll figure it out later. Anyway, so that's how my morning has been. But I'm just going, I didn't eat much breakfast this morning. I ate a few pecans and some cherries that were sent to me. They were so good. Y'all, they were so good. I love those cherries. But so now, y'all listen to that. We got a washer going. Got the dryer going. I'm fixing to go put these dirty clothes. Got my doctor's pants on. And I'm fixing to go put these in the laundry room. And I'm going to get to them. But first, I'm going to take a shower. And for those of you who say, well, Brenda, you got up in the morning to do all this work. How come you got on makeup? Well, I've got on sunscreen all over my face. It's number 70. And I paint my lips to keep sun off of it. And, of course, I just put on a little eye makeup. I want to show y'all something else. I didn't invent this, but I thought of it. You know, some of y'all been asking on your Honest Farm soap, because I use that on my face. It is terrific. Well, let me show you what I did, okay? I'm going to ask y'all if you know what this is. Wait just a minute, let me clean it out a little bit, because I've been using it now for days. All right, here we go. Do y'all know what this is? Look at it good. All right, now I'm going to turn it over and see if you can figure out what it is. You know now, don't you? This is a chicken waterer. You put water in there, and the little bitties can drink it. Well, y'all kept asking how to keep your soap dry, and what can you do with it when it gets little, and this, that, and the other. Well, when it gets real, real little, I just put it all in a little container and let it melt. Then I just stick my finger down in there and wash. I use every bit of mine. But anyway, here's what I figured to keep my soap dry. I've got the chicken feeder. I turned it upside down. Let me show you something. And so then when I wash my hands with my Honest Farm soap, I just throw it in there. And it drips. The water drips off of it. It goes down in that little well thing right there. Therefore, my soap is up here and it stays dry. So that's what I do. In other words, I am and I've always done this all my life. I'm an inventor. I try to think of things that they're unusual. I mean, I think, what could I use to do so-and-so? Or what could I do to do this or that or the other? And I'll show you something I did, and it works real good. I had tried to order one of those nice baskets to take my food over to the Cottle House after I've cooked it. Well, they don't make the size I want anymore. So this is my old basket right here. And it was falling apart. It's got the handles that go up like this on the side, like that, okay? And I thought, well, what can I do? Because I'm afraid that it's going to break one day and all my food's going to fall out on the floor. So I got my fateful duct tape. I had a sister-in-law one time. She said if duct tape and super glue were to leave off the earth today, my whole house would fall apart. And you know what? I feel the same way. Well, anyway, so I know this is tacky. But it works. So if you're not into how good something looks and you need something, think of some way to use it. I got my chicken feeder, and then somebody gave me this the other day, and I've been trying to root my rosemary in it. Some of it's rooting and some of it's not. So y'all want to walk outside with me? A while ago I wet an ant bed, and so I think that's what's on me. I think there's some ants that are trying to bite me because I feel some stinging around. Anyway, I've got my sprinkler going out there. I don't know if you can see it or not right there, because it is so dry. And this bloomed this week, and I know y'all hadn't seen this. I think these are kin to the bromelaid. It may be a bromelaid, but here's the bloom on it. Look at that, how pretty. Isn't that beautiful? It's so beautiful. Hannah had a big thing of them, and she left it out during the winter, and it froze. I've got to give her some more cuttings, I guess. This was sent to me this week. I went down to my mailbox, and there was a cardboard box sitting down there. And they gave me this little plant. They said it was let me go this way with a light. It'd be better for you. They said it was a koi plant, so I've got it sitting right here. And they said this was your goldfish plant. I got it. I just watered it a while ago. It looked like it was dry. let me tell you this too. When I went to Tuscaloosa, I got some goldfish. They were just 39 cents. I told y'all that the other day. And I put them in here. Oh, I see a dead one. Let me get him out. He'll mess up my water. Sure will. But there's a frog in my front one, so I had to. He ate every one of them, just ate them up. So I'm telling you, my hydrangeas are blooming. There goes my sprinkler. I got my little waterer right there. Let me see, right there. Birds have been coming and getting them a little drink today. What they'll do is they'll get out there in that dirt at where the puddles are forming, and they'll bathe in it. I've seen them do it before. Somebody gave me this vine, and when they gave it to me, it was so tiny. It was just a little bitty thing, and I don't know if you're the one that gave it to me, I don't know what to do this winter. Am I supposed to bring it in? Can I leave it out? And then here's another one that was given to me, and then it's growing up around my bird house right here. There's his mouth. It's growing up on it. I think what I'm going to do is hang my bird thing up here, and so the vine can grow on it. And this is doing good. This is my jade plant with other stuff trying to come up in it. I just watered it a while ago. It looks nice and healthy. And this is the famous, what I call the naked lady. And I call it the naked lady because it doesn't have any leaves on it. It's just like a stem with hardly anything on it. I told y'all the story that time. Let me sit down a minute. I told y'all that story that time about when I was teaching school, we couldn't get any of the parents to participate. They wouldn't come to PTA. They weren't really being involved in their children's life. And y'all, you got to be involved in your kid's life. Now, I'm telling you. Are you going to lose them? You're going to lose them. So you better get out there and take walks with them and everything else you can do. That doesn't mean you have to go somewhere. It just means go in there and hug them in the morning before they get up for school or something. So anyway, I told the kids, I said, I want y'all to see if you can't get your parents to come to the PTA meeting tomorrow night. And I said, here's how we're going to do it. I had one of those plants in my classroom. I said, y'all tell them that we have a naked lady in our classroom, and I bet you they'll come. I said, now don't tell them it's a plant. Just tell them we have a naked lady in our classroom. And when they went home, they told their parents that we had a naked lady in the classroom. And you wouldn't believe what a crowd we had. It was great. And I let the children show them all our plants we had and the plants we'd been growing. That was just one of many plants that we had in there. And they knew the names of every one of them. They actually knew the scientific names too. I've forgotten all of them. I don't know what that was called. It's some kind of cactus, though, I guess. But it doesn't have any, it's probably just a succulent because it doesn't have any thorns or anything like that on it. It's not a sticky plant. Well, y'all, I'm fixed to go inside. I'm going to get, and listen, the soap that I use, sometimes y'all will ask which one I use. I use that big bag that's got 5 bars in it. And I just go to all the bathrooms and put a bar out and in the kitchen, and then I'm good. I need one down there at my shop where I got my finger stuck in that bottle because I've got a sink down there. The water's not going up good. But I've got a sink down there. All right, y'all. I love you. We didn't cook anything today, but hey, I'm not going to cook today. I'm going to eat those leftover country fried steak I had. That is a helicopter. We live close to Fort Rooker, and they're probably out there practicing. I mean, we live about, I don't know, maybe 60 miles or 50 or something like that from Fort Rooker, and sometimes they'll be flying over. They like this space right here, and they'll come over. I'm so used to it, I don't even notice it anymore. Y'all have a great day. My advice for today is don't put your finger in something that you can't get it out. Don't put your finger in a glass bottle that you're trying to clean out with your finger. Just don't do it. I'm lucky that I got my hands soaked up good enough and my cold water that my finger shrunk, and I've got to go take that little bit of polish off. That looks tacky. There's nothing any tackier than polish that's half coming off of your finger. So y'all remember that, okay? Bye.